aquí el Semimire, nos encontramos en Playa Úcares de Naguabo, Puerto Rico, disfrutando un gran pasadía familiar en el Festival del Chapín. Espero que lo disfruten junto con nosotros de Fajardo y del Este.
En el área este siempre buscamos la forma de pasarla bien. Los lugares hermosos abundan e invitan a sacar la familia a pasear para disfrutar de un buen rato. En Naguabo hay un lugar muy especial, visitado por miles de personas, especialmente los fines de semana. Es el Malecón de la Playa, sede de muchas celebraciones como la regata de veleros nativos que ustedes van a ver. Hasta allí fue a parar Anser Bienil para disfrutar y presentarles a ustedes una celebración que ya es una tradición de esa área. Su nombre, el Festival del Chapín, y ustedes van a disfrutar parte de lo que allí sucedió en el siguiente reportaje.
Nos encontramos aquí en Playa Úcares, en Naguabo, celebrando el Festival del Chapín junto a sus organizadores Víctor y Juan. Cuénteme, Víctor, ¿a qué se trata este festival?
Sí, este festival lo que celebra es la tradición que tenemos aquí en la Playa Úcares de Naguabo sobre el chapín. Esto fue la historia de un caballero, el Gregorio Lucas, que utilizaba el pescado del chapín para hacer pastelillos. Fue que hizo la idea y iba hacia la central del Triunfo en los años alrededor de los 40 para vender y así sostener su familia. Y como eso es el único producto donde se vende realmente el pastelillo de chapín es aquí en Naguabo, en todo Puerto Rico, pues celebramos este festival. Ya es el 24º festival que estamos celebrando y queremos conservar esa tradición que es bien puertorriqueña y bien autóctona de aquí de la Playa Úcares de Naguabo.
Bueno, Juan, hoy estuvimos disfrutando de una exhibición de veleros nativos. ¿Nos puede abundar más sobre esa exhibición?
Bueno, esta exhibición de veleros nativos lleva un promedio como de 60, 70 años que aquí en los Playa Úcares de Naguabo se celebra. Y esto ya es una tradición, se celebra en el Festival del Chapín y ahora la juventud ha seguido esta tradición que es muy bonita y muy buena para el disfrute de toda la comunidad y todas las personas que nos visitan de los pueblos vecinos, que vengan y disfruten de estas actividades sanas y culturales de la Playa Úcares de Naguabo.
De verdad que aquí se disfruta bien brutal, es una actividad muy amena. Los invito a que el próximo año se den la vuelta por aquí en Naguabo para el Festival del Chapín. Para actividades como esta y otras, visiten nuestra página de internet www.defajardeleste.com. Aquí con ustedes, el Semimire.
So, I wanted to share that little video, that little story for you, because of the times that we're going through now. If you can translate to the video, during that 1940 Depression time, I think I still haven't had in touch with my son. I think there were about nine, he had 9 kids. Because between uncles and aunts, my kids have, I think, 9 in total. But there's only 1 left. So, it says there, they said there, that's how he supplied food, okay, for his children, which are my oldest kids. Aunts and uncles passed away except for 1. So imagine, I thought about that. I said, my kids, aunts and uncles, they grew up in a Great Depression where there was no food. So I haven't searched the Depression of 1940, but I did see some videos of the Great Depression of 1940s and 1930s, 32, 33. I've seen them videos. It's not a good sight to see. So I can imagine what that island was back then in those 1940s. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the little video, and it's something to think about, okay? We don't think about the worst, but they went through it, okay? And they made it out of the Great Depression with those empanadas. So I decided to make the video of the empanadas because I know the story behind it, but I didn't think I would share it with you, but I will share it with you. So that's something to think about, okay? It's something to think about. It was hard. I took vacations to Puerto Rico. They grew up in that town. They were born in that little East Coast there. And let me tell you, everybody from everywhere, they fly or they travel from the west coast of Puerto Rico. They wind up right there. It's small, but it's a lot of tourists. It's food. It's the food. It's the food. It's all the seafood fresh right there out of the ocean. It's cooked on the pot. So that's why people go there. It's a very famous area, guys. If you ever take a vacation, visit that side of the town, that side of the island. It's beautiful. Um, so I'm glad to share with you. Okay, so add to your gaps and think about. Okay, start searching. What did people do back then? You know, there's another video that I was watching, guys, of Hurricane Maria. Let me see if I can add it to this one. Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico tore the island up. Tore the island up. My daughter-in-law and my grandson that are here, they were in the island during that time. My son had no communication with his wife, and he was losing his mind out here. It was a vacation she took, and Hurricane Maria stepped foot in there. So she knew that he was going to purchase a ticket. So some kind of way, it took about 2 months, okay? After the hurricane, um, he did purchase a flight before everything shut down. And that is another video that I saw, and I did not, I did record it. I got the recording. I'm going to try to throw it in there for the simple reason that the island had no fresh water, okay? If you search back to Hurricane Maria and the help they got from the United States out there, the government stole the water. So people had no water. There's this one, I can't think of his name right now. He's part of a big organization out here. He flew out there and with those filters, okay, those straw filters, and he taught people how to use them. So they supplied people with those straws. They emptied out their pools. Whoever had a pool, not everybody has a pool because everyone goes to the beach. But they emptied out a pool, they cleaned it out, and they filled it up with water that they had to carry with buckets from yonders to fill up that pool. And he showed people how to use those filters. So I don't have one yet, but I'm gonna be getting one because it made me think, wow, I've been watching your videos, and I've been watching your videos, and some of them mentioned, all the water systems to clean your water system just in case. So let me tell you something, guys. The question that I asked myself is, that was the island that Hurricane Maria tore up. It's still in construction here or there. They do get frequent power outages too. That's another thing. That they have never fixed that right yet. So more on the west coast is where most of the chaos of power outages, and even the east coast too. I can't say no, east coast too. But they still go through that frequently since Hurricane Maria destroyed everything. So I'm saying if Puerto Rico went through a hurricane and they had to do that, imagine us in the United States. A big storm. We don't need a Hurricane Maria on top of us. All we need is a big rainstorm to knock out the power. The water goes out. The water goes out. It made me think, and you know what? I've heard ya say it. and sometimes we overlook, but we should think a little better. I am going to order me one of those filters, okay? Because I saw how he demonstrated it. It made me think. I'm like, holy crap! I'm over here sitting down, chilling, like I decided to chill today. I ain't doing nothing, nothing. I haven't done nothing. My daughter went to the supermarket. She got me a big can of Bustelo, not the packs, the can. What? I was feeling kind of weird for the past 2 days, and it's because I haven't had my coffee. I do have coffee. That chocolate nuts don't do nothing for me. What is that other one? Aroma? I don't do nothing for me. But I had a cup of Bustelo, and I'm back to myself again. I needed it. I needed that cup of coffee. Guys, you get the same feeling? You don't have your type of coffee? I mean, the other one will do. It will do. But I gotta stock up on my Bustelo. I'm gonna have to pay the price, guys. I don't want to. But I'll go to the supermarket where she went to because it's cheaper to get the big tub than to get those little packets at the bodega. It's too expensive. That's why I haven't had my coffee because I refuse to pay him the money for that. So, and also she bought, there's some kind of snacks, protein snacks that she buys. She said they were $2 and something cents when she makes a stop or whatnot and gets it. And then the supermarket she went to, they had the whole box for like $5 and some change. You think she didn't prep? She didn't prep on that? Yes, she did. And she brought me some jasmine rice, 3 packs of jasmine rice. Because I told her I wanted to eat some rice, but I couldn't find no. I can't get to the rice, so she brought me 3 packs of jasmine rice. Pa, I'm gonna be making some rice, rice and beans, guys, for Wanda. Okay. Yes. So, give a shout out to Wanda there. And I'll catch you on my next video. Enjoy the video from the empanadas / pastelillos. It has 2 names because if you put sweets in it, like guava or something, then they switched the name. There was another nationality, Spanish, that switched the names. But actually, it's the pastelillos. It's the same thing. Guys, it's just the same thing. Okay? But if you go to the bodega, either way you ask for it, they're going to know what you're talking about. So it's a yearly tradition. Mine now. The video says it was the first video. That's the only video of that. Okay? That's a tradition. It's 12 years ago. 12 years ago, he had passed, I think a year before that. And they did that, on his honor, they made a video of my kid's grandfather, okay? They had not interviewed him before. What they did was, they did the tradition, they made the video, they asked, the story behind it, and that's what the guy was saying to the reporter, that in the 1940s depression, that's how he sustained his family, okay? And that's where the empanadas came about, with that type of fish called a chapin. That nobody wanted that fish because you can only get but a couple of strips out of it. So imagine, guys, I was thinking about that. I thought that fish was packed with meat inside, but no, it does not. You're gonna see the picture, as I took some screenshots of just little strips. Can you imagine how many strips of that fish he had to make to supply? I think there's 9 of them. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 9 of them, maybe 10, who knows? 9 or 10, I would figure between aunts and uncles, I figure 9 or 10. Can you imagine? How long did that depression last? I'm going to start searching on that one too because I have no idea. But I did see the video some years ago, but I didn't pay attention of the part where it says, the Great Depression. I was like, whoa, so it hit me now because of what we're going through. Listen, guys, it happened before. We can't say it can't happen again. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. We're seeing the gaps. We're seeing the price hikes. Listen, the last thing we need now is gasoline stations completely closing. And my daughter told me she's seen at the pump papers where they ran out of the premium or the regular or the whatever octane. She already saw it. So, have we been through this before? Not in my lifetime. I've never seen it, okay? But we're seeing it now. So a lot of people are in denial. They won't listen. It's a joke to them. As long as they come into the door with $100 worth of groceries that'll last until next week, they don't think about nothing else. But we do, okay? So the communities that you're involved with, pay attention to them. I do, okay? I do. Pay attention to them. Pay attention when you go out. That's why you need to go out. I tell you, take a walk and go out and you can see. You can hear. Just listen to a conversation. Just eavesdrop on the conversation, from a distance. You go into a store shopping. Listen to what they're saying, okay? We ain't gone through this before in my lifetime. But we're going through it now. So it's a lot to think about. So that's why I said, you know what? This is something personal, between families. But I'm sharing it with you so that you see that my oldest kids, uncles and aunts were fed those empanadas. And not even with meat, ground beef, okay? It was that fish called the chapin. It has a name. Gosh, let me find it before I even throw the video up, okay? Can you imagine, guys? And I have elderly family that could tell me about that story of the Great Depression. But I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna start asking some questions. I am going to find out from the ones, well, you know what? I don't think they're alive because that was in 1940. 1940? It would be about 70 years old. I don't know anybody out there in Puerto Rico 70 years old over. And their grandfather, I think, passed away. He was like 78, 79, close to 80. Guys, I got a lot of search to do, a lot of questions to ask, and things to find out to let y'all know. But God, you know what? If you're watching the channel, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to it. I have some, exciting information, just like this one right here. You're gonna love this one. And take it a day at a time, but prep, okay? Because we have options. We have options to make meals. They didn't. He didn't, okay? And I did meet him. And I spent many years traveling to Puerto Rico. I used to go like twice a year. And my grandson was born in Puerto Rico too, so I used to travel twice a year. As much as I can take some time off, I will go. So I have a lot of research to do behind that story. But wow, wait a minute. I never asked a question because I never knew that they went through a Great Depression. His elder family. Maybe my elder family too, but we were a distant family, so I don't even know where to start there. But guys, This is an informative video. Like I said, he made those empanadas. He was the one who invented those empanadas because I guess flour was all he had and there was no food. The interview clearly states that there was no food and he fed his family with the flour and he used that fish to supply his family. That's what it says. So, hope you enjoy the video. Please put anything in your comments and give me a thumbs up on this video because this is a video that is personal, but it's informative, so I put it out. Okay, guys? So, let me see them thumbs up, guys. And any questions, just leave it on your comments, on the comment section, and I will get back to them right as soon as I get to them. Okay, guys? So thank you. And let me tell you, I will be making some yellow rice sometime this week. Okay, guys? I was asked about that, so we're gonna get back into the kitchen. Guys, y'all have a nice night or day or evening or whatever your time of zone is in your state. And yeah, I didn't even answer a question. I asked that question on time ago. What state are you from? You know, and y'all just you forget about it. So guys, listen, enjoy whatever you're doing right now. I am going to enjoy a new series that I started watching, and I'm going to chill for the day. For the night, for the evening. It's evening time, but it's dark already. There's nothing to do. I mean, it's stuff to do, but I need a break today. It's a me break today. But I did work on this video. I worked hard on this video. So, give me your thumbs up there. Hit that like button. Alright, guys? Thank you. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Heard one official saying the island is destroyed. Maria is the first Category 4 to hit there in nearly a century. 150-mile-an-hour winds ripping buildings apart, knocking out power everywhere. All of the electricity is out tonight. People ordered to stay inside until at least tomorrow amid fears of more massive flooding to come. And the satellite image tonight showing Maria's massive size, dwarfing the island, no part of it was spared. ABC's Victor Akendo leading us off from San Juan tonight.
Tonight, Maria's direct hit devastating Puerto Rico. The first Category 4 storm to strike Puerto Rico in 85 years, slamming ashore around sunrise.
We are back here on the northern side of San Juan here. I can only imagine what went down when this thing made landfall in the southeast corner of this island. Obviously, the eye getting closer and closer to us, that eye wall now scraping the northern beaches here.
Roofs peeled from buildings, debris flying. Structures collapsing. Up to 30 inches of rain in some areas, engulfing whole neighborhoods. Michelle Torres using everything she can to keep the water out.
The wind howls and screeches, the doors rattle.
We are outside of San Juan in the town of Guaynabo. It was hit very hard. A lot of destruction to homes, down trees and power lines as well. And now they're dealing with this, flooding in every direction. The emergency management director saying the entire island is destroyed. Many of these homes not built to withstand any hurricane, let alone a Category 4.
Well, the hurricane came and took my house.
Is it all wind damage? Is that what happened here?
Wind damage.
Hospitals damaged, running on generator power. We're standing on one of the busiest thoroughfares in all of San Juan, Puerto Rico, the John F. Kennedy Expressway. Not a single car in sight. We're the only ones out here. Emergency management now confirms 100% of Puerto Rico now without power. Everywhere you look, down power lines like these, which stretch right across the expressway. 12,000 people heeding the call to get to shelters, including our hotel's ballroom. Evacuees moved off this arena floor due to safety concerns. The howling wind piercing the darkness. Terrified residents singing about strength during trying times to ease the fear. David, you can see the damage right here behind me. This is what so many streets across San Juan look like tonight. Officials saying many areas will be uninhabitable for weeks, maybe even months. They're urging people to shelter in place. They've issued a curfew, and the governor now saying he is launching search and rescue teams as we speak. David?
Victor Oquendo leading us off from San Juan.
We're about to board the flight, and I'm probably going to be going off the grid for a little bit. I'll post as much as I can and let everyone know exactly how everything is going out there. We're going to Puerto Rico on a relief effort, and looking forward to it. All right, peace. Crazy Legs from Rocksteady Crew, native New Yorker, but my heart is in my roots, and I felt like I was going to do anything in my power to get to Puerto Rico. I don't have any connections with freight carrier or military aircraft to just be.
We were up and running 100%. Thing is, we haven't seen anything on this side of the island. We really haven't seen anything fly in or anything. And it could be because of the communication, and I understand that. It's really challenging right now.
We need to get the word out to as many people as possible to talk about this publicly through the press and let them know that Aguadilla Airport has been ready, willing, and able to take in flights since 3 days after Maria passed. We need
Past the bureaucracy, this duffel bag right here can produce enough water for 10,000 people. I can carry that in a car. So I don't need those large distribution networks that the governments rely on. We're an entire operation self-contained in 1 to 2 people.
Isabella's going to lose water because the authorities are going to flood the dam, and 70,000 people are going to lose water, and they're going to fill the pool before they lose the water, and we're going to make this a water depot. There's over 30 families that work in this area, so we're going to supply water to them and try to multiply the effect of the water. Lo más importante de todo es, como les dije, agua limpia, agua sucia.
teaming up with them and them having a tutorial system so that we can enable people to understand how to use these systems, as well as teach them how to teach others how to use the system. That was amazing. And nothing has to be forced in. Everything's made so that you don't have to twist hard.
What Crazy Legs brings into the plate is not only his network, but his passion and what he wants to do with it. He's that energy that we need.
You know, we're starting to see a big heavy